Okay. So in yesterday's lecture, we have seen that what are the basic components of hydraulic or pneumatic circuits. Then, what is the advantages and limitations of hydraulic pneumatic circuit? What are the applications of hydraulic and pneumatic circuit? So, if you consider the hydraulic circuit or hydraulic system, so basic component of hydraulic system is the working fluid, that is hydraulic oil. Okay. So, for working of any machinery or any system which is work from the hydraulic one, the basic requirement is the selection of proper hydraulic oil. Okay, as I said earlier, the hydraulic oil used or the engine oil used in your car or moped, which is sustained or which is used as per condition of your environment. Okay, so grade which is used in winter season or which is used in summer season is vary. Okay, so according so the properties of hydraulic oil plays important role for doing or softly working of any hydraulic system. Okay, so what are the properties of any hydraulic oil? Okay, so first one, what the job of hydraulic oil? Okay, so first one is the power transfer or the transmission of power. Either it is transfer the motion or the pressure. Okay, so with respect to that, there are two types of valve present in the hydraulic or pneumatic circuit, that is flow control valve or the pressure control valve, which control the motion, that is speed, and the pressure of the working equipment. Okay, and the secondary task is to lubrication of all the rotating or transferring or transmitting the equipment. Okay, to avoid the friction, wear and tear. Okay, so primary task is to transfer the power. Secondary is lubrication purpose. Okay, to avoid the friction. Then the heat transfer or heat dissipation. So all the equipment present inside the system are the continuously rolls or rub on each other. Okay, so due to that the friction will generated, and the result of friction is obviously the heat. So all the heat is transferred by using or the capture by using your hydraulic oil, and which is again applied to the tank. Okay, जी हीट तयार होती आपण परत टँकला सप्लाय करतो. Where the baffles are present. In yesterday's lecture, I said the use of baffles, which increase the area of contact of the oil and time, so that your oil will comes to the normal temperature. So all the heat which is present inside your system will dissipated by using lubrication or the hydraulic oil. And once it is connected to the tank, it will transfer all the heat with respect to time. Okay. Then transport of particle to the filter. As I said, all the equipment which having rubbing action or sliding action on each other will create some wearing action, so that filtration process is required. So filter is again present, either inline filter or outline filter. Okay, which trap the all the contaminant which is present inside the lubricating oil. Okay, so primary task of oil is power transmission, and secondary one is to lubricating purpose, then heat dissipation purpose. Okay, then what is the requirement of hydraulic oil? Okay, so first one, functional requirement, that is good lubrication, it should have good lubrication characteristics. Okay, then viscosity should not depend strongly on temperature and pressure. Okay, the temperature is suddenly rises and suddenly drop inside your system, so that your oil which is selected by you should not depend or should not change its viscosity with respect to temperature. Okay, then it has good heat conductivity, then low heat expansion coefficient. Okay, then large elasticity modulus. Okay, again, with respect to, or as far as consideration of your functional requirement, it should have the economic requirement also. Okay, the price of hydraulic oil should be less. Okay, to minimize your overall setup cost. Okay, then slow aging and thermal and chemical stability. Okay, your oil must be long life, then chemical and thermally stable. Okay, so it should be chemically inert one. Okay, so that it will possess a long service life. Okay, then safety consideration, you should have high flash point. Okay, and it must be non-flammable, then it must be chemically inert or neutral. Okay, then this will have low air dissolving capacity or capability. What happens if we drop oil in a tank from a certain height? Then the properties of foaming, okay, properties of foaming must be not present in your tank or in your oil. Okay, if you compare two things, first one, the liquid soap, and second one, the oil. Okay, and if you drop those two oil in two different containers, the water and soap mixture, okay, is having property of foaming ability. It creates foam when we drop inside the container. Okay, but this property must be absent in your oil. Okay, ती तुमच्या ऑइल मध्ये नसायला पाहिजे. Why? So if any air droplet or any vacuum will present inside your system, it will damage the whole system. Okay, then it must be environmental friendly. Okay, it must be non-toxic and non-environmental harmful. Okay, so what are the properties of your oil? First one, it must be having good lubricity, then stable characteristics of your viscosity, good heat dissipation, flash point, then low foaming tendency. As I said earlier, low foaming tendency. It should not create the foam when we drop from certain height. Okay, then it must be fire resistant. Okay, then prevent rust from the formation. Okay, then non-toxic, easy to handle, and economically available. Okay, first one, good lubricity. So what is lubrication properties of your hydraulic oil? So lubricity or lubrication property is basically belongs to your wear resistance ability. Okay, so lubricity is the property or is the ability of oil to reduce the friction or wear between sliding and moving components. Okay, so when we rub or when we slide one part of mating surface over another, the thin layer of your oil will create between two surfaces, so that it will avoid your friction or rubbing ability. Okay, so it will reduce the friction and smooth functioning of your system, and as a result of it, it improves life of your component. Okay, and there is as the friction is less, so heat generation is also less, so that it again reduce the heat generation capacity. Okay, the second one, it must be good heat dissipation ability. What is heat dissipation ability? The picture shows total fluid which is supplied inside your heat exchanger. Red line is the hot fluid and the blue lines are the cold fluid. So as you can see here, it is hot region. Once it will move from these baffles, it will capture the heat, or if you consider this is the inlet, the cold fluid will enter here. Then after capturing the heat, the hot fluid from this point will remove out. The same properties your hydraulic oil should possess. Okay. So when oil gets heated during the actual operation of the equipment, it should carry out all the heat generation or all the heat generated and dissipate it to the surrounding at faster rate. Okay. Then next one is the flash point. So what is flash point? The temperature at which the flashes will be generated when oil is brought into contact with any heated matter. Okay. So when the oil is contacted with any hot matter and the temperature at which your oil gets fired or it will get propagated first flame, this temperature is called as flash point. Okay. So these properties is not economical or is not possible. Okay. So your hydraulic oil must have low flash point. Low flash point in the sense of temperature of the oil must be much high enough to get fired. Okay. So flash point is the vapor formation of your flame. And again there is a fire point. Fire point is the point at which your oil is actually start burning. Okay. So those points again are the important in low foaming tendency. We discussed earlier that point, that the foam result of air and other gases becoming enters into the hydraulic fluid. So once the air enters in the system through either reservoir or through the air, which will present inside your system and damage the whole part. Okay. So for the better service life of your working system, your oil must have low foaming tendency. Okay. So foaming tendency of oil must be as low as possible so that it will not create the air bubble. Okay. And it will beneficial for your smooth working of system. Fire resistance. Fire resistance, as I said earlier, it is the point at which oil start burning continuously, the temperature point. Okay. So your oil must be fire resistant. Okay. Or chemically stable or fire resistantly stable. Then stable viscosity properties. Okay. So what is first one? Viscosity. Viscosity is the resistance to flow and shear. Okay. So viscosity has an effect on wear rate and fuel efficiency. Okay. So all of you know that the viscosity we measured by kinematic viscosity. Okay. So your viscosity properties must be stable. So if it increase the temperature or reduce the temperature, so we can't predict the environment which are going to use or which are suitable for your working condition. Okay, the hydraulic oil which is used inside your system will possess the changes of environmental condition. So according to that change, your oil must be viscosity stable. Okay. So if any changes of temperature condition or surrounding condition, your oil will not possess any changes in that particular viscosity. Okay. Then prevent rust formation. So as you can see that in many systems, water can enter as condensation and contamination problem. Okay, which will mix with your hydraulic oil and start rusting of your hydraulic component. Okay, if the water molecule present inside your system, it will again start damaging to your hydraulic component. And once it start damaging, the rust formation inside your component will start generating. Okay, and the corrosive action will take place. Okay, so it will start corrosion inside your equipment. Okay? So your oil must be prevent rust formation. So rusting formation ability is actually belongs to your water content inside your oil. So if you prove the water contamination, then the rusting formation also is prevented. Then it must be non-toxic, easy to handle and freely available. Freely available means available at cheaper cost. Okay, your hydraulic oil must be non-toxic. What happens? The environment which are going to use by the hydraulic system is a very rusty environment. Okay, and there is leakage problem of hydraulic system. If the due to that leakage, some worker may get hazard. So due to that, your hydraulic oil must be non-toxic. Then it must be easy to handle and easily available. Okay. So those are the basic properties of your hydraulic oil. Then again, another property is stable viscosity index. Okay. So what is viscosity index? As I said earlier, the viscosity is the resistance to flow and shear. And the viscosity index is the change in viscosity with respect to temperature. Okay. The high viscosity index means small viscosity change when temperature changes. Okay, high viscosity index means it is a number from 90 to 110 for most hydraulic oil having that much amount of viscosity index. Okay, and the number above than 110 are not as sensitive as to temperature change. Okay, means if the temperature is changes, the oil does not change its viscosity. Okay, so viscosity index is the change of viscosity with respect to time. Okay, and the oil are graded by the SAE, that is Society of Automotive Engineers. Okay, so SAE 40, SAE 30, SAE 60, 60, 40, 30, that is the viscosity index. And SAE means It is the oil which belongs to Society of Automotive Engineers having viscosity index of 60 or 40 or 30, whatever it may be. Okay, so that from that number we can analyze how or whether this oil will changes from temperature or not. Okay, then another one is the ISO, that is International Organization for Standardization. Okay, so this is all about your properties and viscosity index. Okay, so next properties is your oxidation resistance. Okay, oxidation of oil causes it to make thick and produce varnices. Okay, so it decreases your life of oil and again life of your component. So there is no formation of oxidation inside your oil. Okay, so it must be chemically inert actually. Okay, so as far as I said earlier, that is there are two types of grades of hydraulic oil. First one is ISO and second one is SAE. So SAE again has a two types of grade. Okay, so first one is monograde. Okay, first one is monograde. Monograde काय असतं, आपण आधी एक्झाम्पल घेतलं. What is monograde? If you take the example of SAE 10, oil number is 10. Okay, so monograde means single grade of oil. Monograde means mono means one, single grade. SAE 10, SAE 20, SAE 30. Okay, so 20, 30, 40, it is a monograde oil. Okay, designed by one number. Designated by one number, 20, 40, 30. Okay, so this number, SAE means Society of Automotive Engineers. Okay, and this number indicate the level of oil viscosity at particular temperature. Okay, so viscosity of oil at normal temperature is 10. Viscosity of oil at normal temperature is 30. Normal temperature means temperature which will present on your oil container. Okay, म्हणजे तुम्ही SAE 40 ग्रेड जर ऑइल परचेस केलेलं असेल तर तो 40 ग्रेड काय इंडिकेट करतो, तुमचं ऑइल हे त्या कंडिशनला म्हणजे ज्या कंडिशन तुमच्या बॉक्सवरती डिस्क्राईब करून दिलेलं आहे त्या कंडिशनला त्या ऑइलची विस्कोसिटी ही 40. ओके, सो जो नंबर असेल तो काय असेल तुमचा विस्कोसिटी. आता ती विस्कोसिटी परत दोन टाइप मध्ये डिवाइड केलेली आहे. कुठली? मोनोग्रेड. फर्स्ट वन विदाउट लेटर. ओके, लेटर मीन्स एक डब्ल्यू लेटर ऍड केलेलं असतं आणि एक विथ लेटर. सो व्हॉट इज विदाउट लेटर? SAE 30 मीन्स हाय टेम्परेचर ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये ते यूज करणारे. इट इंडिकेट द विस्कोसिटी ऍट द टेम्परेचर ऑफ 100 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. ओके, 100 डिग्री सेल्सिअस म्हणजे तुम्ही जर मार्केटमधनं SAE 40 ग्रेडचं जर ऑइल परचेस केलं, SAE 40, तर 40 मीन्स त्या ऑइलची विस्कोसिटी ही 100 डिग्री सेल्सिअसला 40 असेल. ओके, and again second one is designation with number and letter. The example is SAE 10W. SAE 10W. The W or the letter is added after the number. What is W? W is stand for winter season. Okay, so winter season means this type of oil, SAE number and W, जिथे W अटॅच झालेला असेल तो W हा विंटर सीझन मध्ये यूज केलेल्या ऑइल साठी असतो, म्हणजे लो टेम्परेचर ऍप्लिकेशन साठी. ओके, सो दिस टाइप ऑफ ऑइल ग्रेड स्पेसिफाइड ॲट द टेम्परेचर ऑफ 0 डिग्री फॅरनहाइट और -18 डिग्री सेल्सिअस. म्हणजे लो टेम्परेचर ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये -18 डिग्री सेल्सिअसला त्या ऑइलचा ग्रेड किंवा त्या ऑइलची विस्कोसिटी ही 10 असेल विंटर सीझन मध्ये. W स्टँड फॉर विंटर मीन्स लो टेम्परेचर ऍप्लिकेशन. ओके, सो दिस इज युअर monograde application or monograde oil with letter and without letter. The second one is multigrade oil. Okay, so what is multigrade oil? So multigrade means the oil has a additives. Okay, so मी त्यामध्ये number of additives add केले की त्या ऑइलची viscosity index ही improve होईल. Okay, to improve the viscosity index, we add some additives, volumetric additives in that. Okay, so it will be suitable for either high temperature application and low temperature application as well. Okay, and it is known as multigrade oil because they are designated by two numbers and the letter. आधी किती नंबर होता? एकच नंबर होता, SAE10W किंवा SAE10. मल्टीग्रेड ऑइल मध्ये काय दोन नंबर असणार आहे. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल SAE5W30. okay, SAE5W30. so what is first number 5? The first number indicate the oil viscosity at the cold temperature. कोल्ड टेम्परेचर मध्ये ऑइलची विस्कोसिटी किती असेल तो डेजिग्नेट करतो 5. ओके, आणि सेकंड नंबर SAE5W30. 30 मीन्स ऑइल विस्कोसिटी ऍट हाय टेम्परेचर. ओके, W यूज केलेला आहे. W च्या आधी म्हणजे कोल्ड टेम्परेचर मध्ये तो 5 आणि W च्या नंतर जो असेल तो नंबर तो हाय टेम्परेचर ऍप्लिकेशन मध्ये किंवा हाय टेम्परेचर मध्ये याची विस्कोसिटी किती असेल. ओके, so there are n number of oil manufacturers. They are using those type of grade. Okay, and second one is the ISO grade. Okay, so it is measured in centistoke and 40 degrees Celsius. So ISO grade oil is measured in centistoke and 40 degrees Celsius. For example, ISO 46, ISO 50, ISO 100. Okay, or sometimes viscosity grades is also written on this particular grade or particular oil. For example, ISO VG, ISO VG 46. VG means viscosity grade. Okay, so from those properties and those oil, you have to select the proper oil which is suitable for your working condition or your working applications. Okay, so by considering your characteristics of oil, then your grades of oil, you are going to select which type of oil is best suitable for your system. Okay,